Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 17th of October for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through till Pisces. Now, as this week begins, we still have that Libra season. The Sun, Mercury and Venus all in the sign of Libra, but Venus is the ruler of Libra, so this gives it a particular resonance. Now by Saturday, the Sun and Venus come into an exact conjunction, but it's right at the end of their stay in the sign of Libra, because on Sunday they move into Scorpio. So I need to tell you about that for each of the 12 signs, but also the ruler traditionally of the sign of Scorpio is Mars, and the Sun's forging a really energized link to Mars this week, which is brilliant if we're wanting to have enthusiastic conversations. The problem is that Mars continues to be compromised by the swirling mist that is Neptune, and that's in the 12th solar house. So the potential for gossip or misunderstandings is still quite high, but if we can get our facts straight and we have a real sense of wanting to work in some kind of cooperative, collaborative, collegiate way, the Sun's conjunction with Venus by the end of the week can really, on the face of it, point towards improvements around relationship matters. It's just that in the very heart of this week, there is also a square between the Sun and Pluto. And this is much more complex. It's exact on Wednesday, but it is there, getting tighter to that exact point for most of this week. And of course, Pluto is very much the planet of power. So any relationship matter may require, if it has not been quite going as each party wants, an intense discussion. If it's possible to use the more diplomatic energies of Venus and the more detached vibe of Mercury, which does continue a very bubbly opposition to Jupiter, if we can continue to do that and rise above the need to, be very forceful in our approach, which comes from Pluto, then solutions can be found. But if that's not possible, I think that the move of the Sun and Venus into Scorpio, along with Saturn going direct on Sunday, could signal a separation in a tie that isn't working, or it can see something settle down in a much deeper and more productive and positive and committed way. So it's a bit of a make or break week for relationships in general for many of us, but how this plays out for your particular zodiac sign is what I will explain. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast, year 2023 is racing up. If you want your personal forecast for that year, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your 2023 personal forecast, but the rest of this year free. Plus, in my special package, your roadmap, your character analysis, which can help to guide your moves for the rest of your life. This will give you invaluable information to help you to understand some of life's repeating patterns for you, but also where you can seize opportunities. Please see the link below for more information. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. If you decide to do so, please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you're an ongoing viewer, thank you so much for your continuing views. So Leo, your week commencing the 17th of October forecast sees the Sun coming into that exact conjunction with Venus, which means that you could quite literally charm the birds out of the trees. But there is a potential catch, because Pluto is also linking in to Venus and the Sun, particularly on Wednesday. And if anyone feels that what you're saying is somehow leveraged in any way, so they feel that you're trying to be rather artful in order to get what you want from a situation, then you could actually experience some pushback. So just be conscious of that. But generally speaking, flattery will get you everywhere. And also the Sun is forging a great link along with Venus to Mars. So, if there is somebody that you find very charismatic in your social circle, there could be a real connection between you. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be that you can really enjoy sparking off one another in a very lovely way. Now, of course, Mars is still forging that rather awkward link with Neptune. So when it comes to business and pleasure, proceed with a degree of caution. But with Mercury and Jupiter in an opposition, if there is a chance for you to break out, do something more spontaneous, even travel in some way or take in some cultural events, that would be a great thing to do this week. Then on Saturday, the Sun and Venus are exactly conjunct. Now, in traditional astrology, this can be said to be a very positive thing. Amplifies the energy of Venus in a really positive way. But then the following day, the Sun and Venus move into Scorpio, and Venus therefore moves into a sign which it's in detriment in, the sign of Scorpio. And so here the more gentle and beguiling and nurturing energy of Venus needs to be balanced in some way against the overriding desire of the Sun. But I think really by the end of this week, if you can have some dialogue and things get to a better place in terms of the emotional dimension of any kind of relationship that's meaningful to you, is something you'll take, particularly with Saturn going direct in your sector of relating as the week draws to a close. And if it has been a bit of a hard slog around certain ties since early June, it wouldn't be a surprise. We're not out of the celestial woods yet in terms of Saturn, because it's still in that very tough right angle to Uranus. So there may still be a professional relationship, or perhaps a bit of a battle for us to have the upper hand in some kind of closer relationship, which may still be a feature of your situation.